still wrapped and ready to use. Standard issue for a Redoran soldier.
Something I never said.
go with the river's flow are the dead ones. Let's find the soldiers and get out of here before these stupid cultists realize what's happening.
We won't let you take us without a fight. Wait, Bea, is that you?
Thank the three! You're all still alive!
I'm not sure. This isn't the time or the place to have that discussion. Get the key to this cage and then we can find a private place to talk. One of the cultists.
You find the key. Me and Vatala. We're going to have a little chat while we're waiting.
Bea, I'm just trying to protect you.
From what? The truth? Oh, please. I want to know who did this to my brother.
sacrifice for the Prince of Bargains.
Wait! You can't leave us like this! I knew I should. I told her what she wanted to hear. I was with Captain Ulran the day everything happened. I was commanded to lure the Ashlanders to town and set up a situation for Ulran to deal with. My orders were to invite the Ashlanders to Balmora to trade, send some local toughs to instigate a commotion, and then get Ulran to investigate. It was just supposed to be a loyalty test. Who expected Ulran to kill his own soldier to save a savage? Captain Briven, though he was still a lieutenant at the time, as soon as I explained all this to Vea, her face turned dark and she stormed out of here. I think she's going to Balmora to kill him. You need to let me out so I can warn the captain. How dare you! When House Redoran hears about this, you're going to regret your actions.
Get your ass over here, hero. We've got a situation and it's not good. I leave you and Vea alone for a couple of hours and everything goes to oblivion in an ore cart. Why did Vea leave the safe house? And why is House Redoran... You did what? I suppose you thought that was a good idea? Well, the damage is done. At least tell me you found something. That explains why Vea broke into the kin house. I'm not sure what happened in there, but she certainly stirred up the Redoran soldiers. Vea might still be inside, or she might have given them the slip. If Vea kills Briven without a writ, the Morag Tong and House Redoran will both want her head on a silver platter. You check the kin house. I'll grab Ashur and see if we can pick up Vea's trail in the streets.
Scour the streets, search the buildings. Vea R'Leth does not leave this city.
Is there no hope?
What's the meaning of this? Where are the soldiers? If you're looking for my husband, I'll tell you the same thing that I told that brazen young woman. The council is meeting outside Balmora, and Briven is protecting the councillors. I could barely make sense of the nonsense she was spouting. It was Vea, Councillor Eris's daughter. Everything she said was a ramble. Something about my husband betraying her brother, that my Briven had to suffer just as she was suffering. She had a knife, but no, she didn't harm me. She said her brother wouldn't hurt an innocent, that I wasn't responsible for his death. You shouldn't get involved. That young woman will hasten her own death if she thinks she can get past my husband and his soldiers. But if you insist... Dead soldiers? They were just protecting the kin house.
Pitiful me.
Please tell me you found Vea. I can already feel the cold steel of... Is Vea trying to get herself killed? You can't just barge into a Redrun garrison and ask the soldiers to stand aside while you murder their captain? She murdered soldiers without a writ. This is a dark path she's decided to follow. And unless we play this just right, it's not going to end well for her.
Soldiers, did something happen?
Guard every exit. If Vea tries to get into or out of the city, we'll find her.
I don't like the looks of this. Briven is using war claws to patrol the garrison instead of Redrun soldiers. Either house forces... Maybe nothing, maybe everything. We know Ulron refused to employ mercenaries. He hated counting on thugs to do the right thing. I expect the Redrun Council... The war claws may be a blessing in disguise. I can explain killing these bastards a lot easier than trying to wipe Redrun blood off my hands. Let's go stop Vea. I'm ready. There's no stealthy way to approach this. The front door's our only option. Then we track down Driven, find Vea, bonk her on the head, and get her out of... Glad to see we all made it. Now let's find Briven before Vea skewers him.
This one wonders if the meat of Shaveskins is tasty.
Nothing yet, eh? I haven't so much as heard or seen even a whisper of Brivin yet. Just lots of snarling war claws. If we can't get... It's always important to figure out where a target keeps its wine. In this case, down in the cellars. There's a staircase back where we first came in. And I'll figure out how to get this door open. Just in case. You know, attending a House Redoran Council meeting was...
Keep your weapon sharp and close.
Captain Brivin is on his way. Soon we'll have a permanent job in House Redoran, yes? Kill the intruders. They have interfered for the last time.
What in the name of the three are you up to? I thought you worked for Councillor Eris. You better have a damn good reason for killing the mercenary leader. I ought to sound the alarm and let her warriors... Vea? She's barely out from under her mother's apron and she presumes to judge my actions? No matter. Whatever your motives, nothing justifies the blatant killing of Ferhara and her mercenaries. Ah, now everything becomes clear. Vea learned something of her brother's fate and wants to retaliate. Then let her come. But know this, I merely set the events in motion. You're looking for the responsible party. Then look no further than Councillor Eris. He wanted to prove his son's loyalty to the House, to show that Oren's fascination with the savage Ashlanders hadn't corrupted him. Well, a test Ulrun failed. Eris was devastated when his son sided with the savages, and his daughter ran away. He decided to resign his position. He'll make the announcement today. Eris hopes to restore his family, but I think it's a lost cause.
That's for Oren. Choke on your own blood, you bastard. My father, the entire council, they're all guilty. They all have to die. I have to do this, so stay out of my way.
Vea actually did it. She killed Briven in cold blood. Vea killed Briven without a writ. It was pure, focused rage. I never expected her to go through with it. If Vea doesn't get herself killed up there, the Morag Tong will hunt her down and execute her, like a rabid... I'm not sure they deserve to be saved, but that's what we have to do. Vea can't be allowed to kill the councillors. We have to stop her. It's more than me and Vea's lives on the line. The Morag Tong only recently began to find acceptance again. Vea's actions don't just reflect badly on me. They could be used to force us back into the shadows, maybe even disband us all together. We have to get ahead of her. Cut her off. There's a door on the main floor, near the kitchens, that should allow us to come at the council meeting from another direction. I was able to get it open when I... Nothing's more important than we... Vea's getting close. We're running out of time. Let me try to open this door.
Vea, daughter. I'm so sorry. I never meant for any of this to happen.
Come on, stubborn, stupid look.
Father, why? Does the house really matter more than your own son?
I needed to protect Ulron, to prove his loyalty. If I could do it all over again.
But you can't. None of us can. That's why I have to do this.
That's an order.
I'm not your apprentice anymore. The house has grown corrupt, evil. That's why all the councillors have to die. No more rules! No more secrets! House Redoran falls today.
Enough, Vea. This isn't the way.
more secrets. House Redoran falls today.
Enough, Thea! This is the way! Thea's down. It's over.
So much needless death. If only Eris would have listened. Outlander, we should speak. I think we can help one another. The Morag Tong agent. She cares deeply for Veya, doesn't she? It takes great courage to go against your heart and do what you know is best. You both did that by protecting the Council. A series of regrettable decisions led to this family tragedy, and most of them were made by Eris Relith. I knew of Ulron's compassion concerning the Ashlanders. It was unorthodox, but not worthy. Eris convinced Brivin to test Ulron. Then the two of them decided to slaughter the Ashlanders. Oh, the Council allowed itself to be convinced that exile was an appropriate punishment, but we were wrong to let it go as far as... I didn't say that. But we're not butchers. We do not hire mercenary thugs to wipe out an entire people. This gathering was to deal with that. Eris planned to step down. House Redoran behaved poorly. Morag Tong rules were violated. I suggest we make sure these details never see the light of day. Leave the bodies where they are. We will say that Veya died protecting her father and the Council from the War Claws. Cooperate with House Redoran and hold your tongues. It's as simple as that. I shall return to the Council meeting and conclude our business.
I'm not sure about this. It's a generous offer, but those are some big secrets to sweep under a rug. Besides, the High Counselor thinks we killed her. The deal hinges upon all of us forgetting this sorry mess ever happened. Besides, once Veya regains her senses, there's every likelihood that she'll try to kill. When have I ever been able to convince Veya to do anything she didn't want to do? There's Redoran blood on Veya's hands. Once the Morag Tong ties those unauthorized murders to her, she's as good as dead anyway, and I don't see many options. We can either finish off Veya now, and go along with the High Counselor's deception, or we slip out of here with Veya and send her far, far away. She broke her vows and deserves to die. You're right. If anyone's to blame for all this, it's me. I wasn't a good enough mentor. Go on. I'll get her out of here before the Council notices and meet you in Balmora.
How many times have I told you not to stick your blade in your apprentice's Nayu? She'll live, but she can't stay here. Not after what she's done.
I've got that covered. Vea won't be staying in Vardenfell. Ashur did an outstanding job. For an assassin, he's got a gift for the healing arts. Vea's going to live. Now I just have to convince her to listen to me this time. And as far as she knows, she did. Now Vea needs to disappear. Otherwise, both Redrin and the Morag Tongue will go after her. Believe me, nobody survives that kind of attention. Vea didn't ask. I've arranged for a ship captain I know to meet us in Vivec City. From there, Vea will sail to Somerset and rendezvous with an associate of mine. He's kind of furry and a bit of an arse, but he's good people. He'll take care of Vea. As long as everyone sticks to the bargain, I go about my usual business. A writ here, a nice bath there, maybe a few intimate encounters along the way to relieve the tension, you understand? Always, hero. Oh, hey, I want you to have this. Something to remember me by until we meet again. I'm going to miss having always, hero. Oh, hey, Nari.
What happened?
Quiet, Vea. Rest now. We can talk later.
Vardenfell will soon need the services of the fight.
territory of the Red Exiles shouldn't be traveled lightly. Ashlanders once respected each other, helped one another. You'd think these were house wolves or tribunal dogs, the way they treated me. Speaking of the tribunal, you have the smell of dog about you. Lord Vivec, is it? And I thought all the tribunal cared about was building monuments to their own greatness. Nice to see that one of them cares about what's going on beyond their borders. Well, Ashlanders are nomads.
but we gather at sacred sites to trade, confer, and pay homage to the past. Aldrin is such a place. That's why Chodola invited the Red Exiles here. But these outcasts won't let me into their camp. I need to... My brother, Chodola, is the Ashkan of our tribe, and I am his ambassador. I act as a go-between among the tribes. Chodola wants to unite the Dunmer, and calmly end the era of the bickering houses. Head into the Red Exiles camp and find my brother. Otherwise, see if you can find out what he was doing in there and where he's gone. Be wary of the outcasts. As you saw. No, just our tribe, the Urshilaku, though he's respected by most of the other Ashlanders for his wisdom and strength of will. He does hope to unite the tribes in a common cause, however. That's one of the reasons we've gathered here at Aldrin. My brother and I have always worked to help our people, and improve the Ashlander way of life. He used to believe that peaceful negotiation was the best path to accomplish this. Recently, however, things have become different. No, that's not something I'm ready to talk about with an outsider. Perhaps after you prove your trustworthiness and willingness to help us, then we can discuss my brother in more detail. Perhaps. That's not our goal, but the tribes will defend themselves if necessary. No, we hope to present a united front and show the houses the folly of the path they've embarked upon. Turning away the Red Exiles. They're violent, dangerous Ashlanders who were banished from their tribes and joined together to create their own clan. Chodola invited them to the gathering and went into the camp to talk. As you saw, hostility is second nature to the Red Exiles. We're here to negotiate.
Among friends.
You seem to have survived your visit to the Red Exiles camp. Did you find my brother? Interesting. I never suspected that the outcasts were disciplined enough to keep records such as this. Oh no. I can't believe my brother would be so. It means that Chodola really has changed. With his newfound powers and rising ambitions, I fear what he plans for the tribes. I suppose you have a right to know what I'm talking about. Chodola discovered new power out in the wilderness, and it changed his view of the world. He writes about it in that document. Now he believes he's a Nerevar. You don't know? I thought... No, you're not an Ashlander, and the House Elves rarely talk about such things. Long ago, there was a hero named Nerevar. So our legends say. Nerevar united the Kaima and forged an alliance with the Dwemer. He died at the Battle of Red Mountain. We believe the Tribunal hastened his demise, despite Vivek. The Nerevarine is a promise and a prophecy. We believe that, through the power of Azura, Nerevar will return to unite all Dunmer. While the prophecy of the Nerevarine can be interpreted as the end of the Tribunal, I have always seen it as a prediction of hope and peace. Chodola and some Ashlanders He uses in Ashkon's words to plant dark ideas in his followers. Ideas that speak of false gods, lost traditions, and the need for a cleansing war. All I know is that his new power frightens me. Chodola returned from a sojourn in the wilderness more vibrant, more commanding. He's always been strong, but now he's fearless, practically invincible, and swifter than the fastest Ashlander scout. Chodola says his new abilities strengthen his claim as the Nerevarine. I think it's the staff he carries. He had it when he returned, and now it's always at his side. Chodola stopped confiding in me, but he's still my brother. I don't know where he goes to meditate. Chodola discovered new power out in the wilderness, and it changed his view of the world. He writes about it in that document. Now he believes he's the Nerevarine.
Come to consult the Telvanni decided to honor me with membership in their great house. This tower was their idea of a gift. I'm a traveler. At my doorstep, a new path. The natural conclusion should be obvious. I intend to explore beyond the rift that has emerged in my basement.
or rather the caverns. Upsets in planar demarcation are remarkably complex. Study must be free from distraction, an impossibility while constructs continuously spill from the rift. We must find their source and shut it. Clear a path through the meddlesome machines in the cavern beyond this antechamber. I will join you at the rift once I've completed my...
It'll take more than this to kill me.